आज का टॉपिक रहेगा आपका कैपिटल स्ट्रक्चर। फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट है, 5 मार्क्स का क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है बोर्ड एग्जाम में। तो आज के समय में अगर हम बात करें फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट की, तो फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट जो है एक इम्पोर्टेंट रोल प्ले करता है और उसको कहा जाता है कि फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट प्लेज एन इम्पोर्टेंट रोल इन द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द कंपनी बिकॉज इट हेल्प्स इन क्रिएटिंग द suitable capital structure for the company in which the company decides that how much equity and how much debt should be available in the organization to carry out the organizational goal. So for calculating the capital structure, this type of numerical can come, and in which we have to calculate the EPS, earning per share, and the ROI, return on investment. So these two things are very important for the calculation, and this type of question can come in the board examination and it has the weightage of 5 marks. So let's start this numerical. This situation can come in which the examiner can given the equity capital, that means the fund which is invested by the businessman from his own pocket. Debt capital, the fund which is collected by the businessman from different financial sources. Interest rate, the businessman has to pay over the debt capital. Just keep in mind, interest always impose over the debt capital. It never impose the equity capital. That is why I am telling you, interest always impose over the debt capital which the businessman collect from the different financial resources. The another thing is tax rate. Every businessman has to pay some type of taxes to the government after earning a particular amount of profit from the economy. Then the face value, that means a face value of shares is also given by the company. EBIT 40 lakh rupees, which has to be calculated, which has to be given by the company, and on the basis of this capital, the businessman has to find out the EPS and ROI. That is why this is an important thing which has to be calculated. After that, the EPS and ROI can come. So this is the way, in this way the question can come. Okay, now the solution is there. So whenever we are going to calculate the EPS and ROI, we should start from EBIT. We have to start from EBIT. EBIT stands for earning before interest and taxes. EBIT stands for earning before interest and taxes. So on the basis of this thing, we can easily calculate EPS and ROI. So if EBIT is given 40 lakh as it is present in the question, and we have to start deducting the interest from EBIT at first. At first we have to deduct the interest from EBIT, and interest is given 10%. And I have also written over there interest at the rate of 10% from debt capital. So it comes 2 lakh because interest imposed over the debt capital. So it will be 2 lakh. So we have to deduct interest from EBIT. Then the value 38 lakh will come, and it is considered as EBT, earning before tax. That means the businessman has given the interest, but the tax is remaining in the income. Tax is remaining in the income, and the value is 38 lakh rupees. Okay. So after that, the tax will be deducted. The tax has to be reduced by the businessman to get EA. So 30% tax is given in the question. So we have to calculate 38 lakh. We have to calculate 30% from 38 lakh. So it will comes 11 lakh 40,000. So we have to deduct 11 lakh 40,000 from 38 lakh. Then 26 lakh 60,000 will come, and it is considered EAT, earning after tax. So we come to know that it is the pure income of the company. 26 lakh 60,000 is a pure income of the company because company has given the interest, company has paid the taxes. So after that the real income of the company will come, and it is 26 lakh 60,000. So but in the question examiner asked about the EPS and ROI. So we have to calculate the EPS, earning per share, because every company has to pay certain amount to the investors, so that EPS equal to the formula of calculating EPS equal to EAT upon number of shares, but number of shares is not given over here. So the formula of calculating number of shares is equity capital upon face value. Equity capital upon face value. Equity capital is given over there, it is 60 lakh rupees, and the face value is also given, it is 10 rupees. So ultimately the number of shares will come 6 lakh. So 6 lakh shares are present. Okay, now we can easily calculate EPS on the basis of EAT and number of shares. Both of the things are here. So we can easily calculate EPS. So we can put the value 26 lakh 60,000 upon 6 lakh. It comes to, if we are going to divide, then it comes 4.07 rupees per share. That means the company is earning 4 rupees per share. If company has 60 lakh shares, then ultimately the value of per share, the company is earning 4 rupees per share. Then another thing asked by the examiner is ROI, return on investment. Return on investment can be calculated by this formula, EBIT upon total capital into 100. EBIT is given over there, that is 40 lakh. Total capital is given over there, 20 or 60, 80 lakh into 100. So if we are dividing the 40 lakh upon 80 lakh, then ultimately it will comes 50%. Okay, so this is the way to calculate the capital structure formula, calculate the EPS and ROI, and it is very important to calculate because all the things are there and this type of question can come in the board examination. Okay, so